Hey ladies, this is Dana, and I am making this video in response to a post I had posted on last week or so about how many layouts I had gotten done on the last retreat I had went on, and I had several of you to ask about my process and how did I get 42 pages done in scrap weekend. So I thought I would just show you the layouts that I had made and kind of tell you the process that I do. First of all, when I go on these retreats, I usually just choose one collection or something like that. For this trip, I had chosen this paper pad that I had gotten from Michaels back this past Christmas, and it was one of the hot buys, so I think it was like $5 for the paper pad, and I had went on a day when I had an additional 20% off, so I got it for a little or nothing. And I would flip through the papers for you, but I ended up giving the second sheet of papers that I had to a friend that actually went on the treat with me. This, however, is everything that I had left out of this paper pad that I did not use. So, and usually what I do when I go on one of these and I have my my collection that I've chosen, I keep all my extra scraps like this in a little package or whatnot, and I keep it with the layouts, and so that way when I'm ready to put my pictures on my pages, I have, you know, the papers that I had used in case I need to punch like a circle, or if I need to make, you know, some additional banners, or just something to add to it once I have my pictures down. Because most of the time when I do these, I save like little Wordfetti stickers and tiny stickers. I don't put those down until after I'm ready to put my photos down, because I like to do layering just like everybody else. However, you'll see that my style is a whole lot different than the average poster here on YouTube. I'm not a one-page scrapper. I'm a double layout scrapper. I am not a one-photo scrapper. I'm a multi-photo scrapper. I have 3 sons, and I take lots of pictures, and I have a hard time just choosing one picture to scrapbook about, and I frankly don't have time to scrapbook a bunch of single pages to get my stories in their books. So anyway, that's just a little bit about me. So now, along with this, so once I had shared half of my paper with the other lady, I had 24 sheets of paper. There were a couple of cut apart sheets, and this piece of paper right here had all these like banner pieces on it. So I also used that as well to cut apart. So to supplement, I would use my cardstock collection, and I also pulled in some papers from this paper pad that I picked up from Walmart, and I paid a whole $2.50 for it. But some of the colors, and I'll show you, you know, they had a print, but it kind of basically read as a solid. So you'll see where I pulled some of those in. So I'll get started. I was actually able to get 16 double page layouts out of this one paper pad. Now I did use my silhouette, and I cut a few hibiscus flowers out, and a few other things, and I'll show you those. Alright, here's my first layout, and it happens to be one of my favorites because I just love this wood paper here. And so you can see all I did was, you know, basically cut the paper here so I could make my layout go across the page. This right here, this orange paper, come out of the Walmart, the Colourbox paper pad. These are actually cutouts right here. This. These are cutouts from the paper pad, and I cut this hibiscus, and I've added a few of the sequins. And then also you can see I'm still on the stickles train, so I just took some orange stickles and went over a part of the title here, and I put foam dotted that. Several of my pieces will be foam dotted. So this is my process. So I will go and basically get the bones of my layout done, and then when I'm ready to scrapbook my pictures, then I can sort through them, and I still have tons of room for several pictures, and then I can go back and add all my little finishing touches. You know, here's a journal block that I've already gotten, here's my title, and then I'll put my pictures and add my extras once I get my photos on my page. Now, the other thing is, when I go, you know, I typically go with a theme. This time we went with beach, and I have done that a couple of times because I have lots of beach pictures, so and I'm drawn to lots of beach pages, so that's that. And so now I'll just flip through here and give you general ideas of what the page layouts are. Okay, here's another one, and I'll tell you up front right now, I really struggled with this paper down here. I did not like it. To me it looked like fish scales, but I always challenge myself to go ahead and use the ugly paper, because you know, you never know. And then once we got through with it, and once I got done with it, I really liked it. So I can see, you know, putting lots of pictures down here, and you may not see a lot of this anyway. So again, here's cut aparts, here's pieces of that I don't know, stamp paper or whatnot, and then I just added some extra cardstock pieces in and some punches and put some stickles over top of the hearts. Now just move on to the next one. Alright, this paper had this really pretty wave paper, and I really wanted to emphasize that, and so all I did was kind of fussy cut out along some of the waves. This right here is where my photos are going to go. I'm just going to line them up. I have left this loose right here so I can go ahead and tuck those in under that. So here's like my title border here, and journal block, lots of little extras, and of course some stickles and sequins on here. And realistically, you know, sequins is old school, but it still just adds a lot to that flat paper. So there's that one. And then here is very bright, and this I think was at the end of the weekend and was getting down to scraps. And so I had just, most of the time when I have a stripe paper I really save that because I like to use it as border strips and stuff, because you typically has all the colors within your collection, and so it really is easy to help you pull your colors in on all different pages. So these were scraps that were left off of another page I'll show you, where I had cut some chevron stripes from. And here's some more of this water paper, and I just lined up some banners, and here's some more of those little cards that I punched out. Now this page doesn't necessarily have a title. Like I said, we were getting down to the end of what I had left, so when I get ready to scrap my pages, I'll just create my own title with you know, some thickers or whatever. If I wanted to cut a title out of for my silhouette, I can do that as well. And then I'll probably go in and embellish with some stickers or whatever is, like, you know, whether I put pool or beach or whatever on here, I can embellish with some other stickers when I get ready to do my page. Now this page definitely was the ugly paper. It was one whole sheet, and this, it was like, you know, like a sunset paper. And so basically this and this make up one sheet of paper. And so all I did was, and another thing I do is I work on ugly paper sometimes. So I had, since I had given the other set to my friend, I only had one sheet of paper. So I knew I wanted to do a double page layout, and so I had to be strategic with how I cut it to make sure that there was enough on each side. So I basically just cut these four strips, and then I mounted the black cardstock in between. And so my thought process on this is for sunset pictures, and I will just put them along here. Of course, I already have the title, and this I add stickles to bring this out because it was just like pre-printed on the paper, which I'm really not a big fan of that, but sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not so good, and this happened to be one of those. So tried to enhance it with a little bit with stickles, and when I go in to finish putting my pictures on, then I will add my journal block and my extra embellishments when I get ready to do that. Okay, here is another layout that has this pre-printed thing on your paper, and again, it's not my favorite, but I can work with it. I really do like the sunburst pattern on this paper. I was not a fan of this plaid. It seemed kind of overpowering, but again, I went ahead and went with it and just brought a little bit over here, and I went ahead and brought just a piece over here onto this side, made me a little banner up here that, you know, I can come back in and put some kind of lettering on if I wanted to. Here's my journal block, and my thought process is a lot of this will be covered up with my photos when I'm at them, and you're really not going to see a whole lot of this plaid paper anyway. And a silhouette hibiscus here that I cut. And again, I went in and added some stickles to one of the words here, life, you know, and I may go back in when I start, you know, put my pictures on, and I may add some more stickles, but then just added some sequins too. Alright, next page. I kind of like this color. When I first looked at this paper, I was like, I don't really like that, because I guess it's supposed to be pieces of coral or something, but to me it kind of looks like a brain pattern. I don't know. So anyway, I made it work with some craft paper in the background, matted it on red, and then cut my shape out, and then let it go across on both pages. Here's my journal area with a silhouette, another little banner, and some little stickers. This is my journal, or my title block area. I just cut me a banner. Here's another one of the cut apart cards, and some scrap that I had cut another banner with, and of course another one of my silhouette cuts. And you can see that I added sequins to the center for my flowers. And this right here is just like this teeny tiny banner punch that I got from EK Success, and I just punched those out of some of the scraps. And this little sticker came out of the paper kit from Walmart, and have lots of little matching stickers that really match this paper pad. So, and here's another thing that I will do. I'm sure a lot of you do this too, because I was low on my craft, and so I just cut the back out, and I still get the effect of having the craft mat around the edge, and so I could use that other piece somewhere else. Alright, here's another bright one. This blue chevron piece of paper, it was really busy, so I just brought it in with some of these are cut apart cards that were on the sheet, and this was some of the floral paper, and you'll see this on several of my layouts. I really liked it, and that's why this is where the hibiscus flowers came in, because this was already part of the paper collection. This is a Project Life card from somewhere that I brought in just to have a journaling block. And of course several of my silhouette flowers, just some of the Walmart paper here, and some washi. So, and this paper here comes from Walmart paper pad. So, you know, I'm thinking, you know, this is going to be a really fun, beachy, bright colored layout once I get all my photos here in the middle. So, okay. Alright, here is another one that was near the end. And so we had extinguished the majority of our collection. Here's this ugly fish paper. And so I just basically, you know, cut borders, and this was off of some card kit that I had, and I pulled it in because it had some of the grays and the yellow that matched. And this one, I think you can go with either way. You know, I could, you know, beach it up and make it go with this kit, or I could definitely pull it out and just let it be a boy page. And so again, it's just on some cardstock from my collection. Alright, here's another one that I kind of like. This was out of the paper kit, this and this. The turquoise cardstock was out of my stash, which I just brought in to pull in the colors that was on these two cards. And here's where my journaling is. I got more journaling, so lots of room for pictures here, and I got lots of places that I can add the rest of my finishing touches when I get ready to put my pictures on this page. Alright, this is the page that I told you I got the scraps from the other layout that had the little points, and so this is just mounted on white paper, white cardstock, and because it was very bright and vibrant, I didn't feel like it needed any more pattern or color competing in the background. I just wanted to let the other colors pop. So now I know a lot of us, you know, kind of struggle with using the cream and the white together on the same layout because, you know, it kind of clashes. But I wanted this navy title block here, and the wording was white. So, and I also wanted this to pull my colors together with. So I just said, okay, I can live with it, and it's not that big of a deal for me. It's just reading like another piece of colored paper. Alright, this is just red cardstock, and these two are papers from the Walmart pad, and this is the only paper that I use from the collection, and this card. So, you know, you can definitely get more bang for your buck if you introduce just a few other pieces in with a collection. Alright, now here's another sheet. And I really like this blue stripe, and so I used that whole sheet. This is a piece from the Walmart paper pad, which the blues really matched, came together. The orange starfish is from the collection, and here I have this card was one of the cut-aparts, and this is actually a sticker off of the Walmart set, and this is a card off of the cut-apart sheet. So you can see how well the oranges and the blues, it all just ties together. And I also had, and this is something I do a lot as well, like this was a cut-apart card, this right here, and it had this circle on it from this layout. So it was basically this mounted on that blue stripe. Well, I just wanted the blue, and so I went in and cut this out, and then just kept this as a mat for over here. And so, and here's just another journal card that I had, and the rest of the yellow. And so whenever I get ready to lay my pictures down or map, you know, whatever, I will have these two pieces already to go. So I just keep it all together. So that's that one. Alright, here's another busy one. So had this cool orange starfish paper and this blue dot paper. I really like that. Here's my striped border. Here's a card. I like the fun in the sun, and I pulled it in with the orange here. We had this geotag. Another one of the tags, one of my hibiscus flowers that I cut. Now this page over here, all of these were parts of the cut-apart sheet. These little 2x2 cards, and so I just kind of made a little border strip over here and just added in some more of the little cut-apart cards, some of my hibiscus flowers, and some sequins, and some little mini hearts that I punched out. So I really like this layout. I think it's bright and fun, and so ready to. Alright, here's another one that this paper was in the collection pack, and this is the Walmart paper. I just backed it on some green or yellow cardstock. These are part of the cut-apart cards, and here is all the little tags that came in the kit, and some more of the hibiscus flowers, and this little camera I cut out. And so I basically just cut me a circle out, sliced off maybe 2.5 inches of it to make sure it came across both pages, and then added some ink and some sequins, and it's ready to go. Alright, here's another one. I really like the turquoise and the red together. And this was a journal card that I just pulled in from my stash. This is one of the cut-apart cards. I just cut me a piece of cream cardstock and made me a banner. This was another cut-apart card that I just matted on top. And this paper was part of the collection. This is Walmart paper, and so this is another one of those layouts that I made on ugly paper. And so I took my one sheet of paper and cut 4 3-inch strips. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I cut this paper and just cut it in half at 6 inches. And that's how I got 2 pages out of 2 sheets of paper. And here's another one, and I really loved this wood paper, and it had these cream colored palm trees on it, and it was so pretty, but it didn't match anything else, any of the colors in the whole kit. So it was kind of like this random, you know, piece of paper that was, you know, put in with the rest of everything else. So I got to thinking, I thought, well, it needs something. So I went in and we cut one side off and put this over here to bring the blue board paper onto both sheets. Used my Silhouette, cut out some more palm trees and cut them in cream to bring the palm trees over here. Cut out some flowers, some seashells, some stars, some clouds, some flourish pieces, and this is part of the cut apart. This is off of one of the journal cards, and just made it work. And again, this is backed on ugly paper because I didn't want to sacrifice another piece of my craft. So this is one sheet of craft and one sheet of the pattern paper. And then I just put down some star sequins to go along with the rest of the stars and stuff. So that is my layout share for the last crop that I went on. I hope you enjoy, and if you have any questions, just let me know. If you're interested, I can maybe make a few more of these share videos because I have been on several crops lately and I've done lots of pages, and so now I am in the process of getting pictures on pages. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope this helps somebody. Have a blessed day. Bye-bye.